We've all seen the Whistlin diesel Cybertruck video. Here's why I think it's not quite fair. Number one, this thing is actually an off-road beast. As you saw, the suspension is so smooth and comfortable, and you can go up to 18 inches of ground clearance. On the road, this thing is a dream to drive, and then off-road, total beast, front and rear locker. Number two, the bed is actually more durable than any factory tonneau cover. You can stand on it, you can jump on it. I've had no issues with it. It's actually been really great. He didn't show what he actually did to that. Also, when he jumped the Ford, he didn't hit it nearly as hard as the Cybertruck. But the elephant in the room is the bumper coming off. Now, here is the thing. He dropped the Cybertruck at least 6, maybe 7 feet directly onto a concrete slab, right? And this is like a monocoque frame. It is all in one. And so, yeah, maybe a conventional frame wouldn't have like snapped right away, but it would have been compromised, which is just as dangerous in the long run. If you have ever owned like a carbon fiber mountain bike, you know they're actually stronger than an aluminum bike. But the thing is, right, when they fail, they completely snap. I think it's similar with this. 99.9% of people that own regular trucks barely tow with them, barely haul anything with them. The same is true for the Cybertruck. It can tow 11,000 pounds. It's been rated for that, right? But to have 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, to have this comfortable ride, to be, I think, the most capable stock truck off-road, while also being family friendly, while also having a bigger bed than an F-150, right? Yeah, maybe you can't drop it 7 feet, but he did jump that thing like 12 feet in the air and slammed it on a concrete barrier. So personally, I don't see that as an issue. Maybe that's a teeny tiny trade-off with it's like, hell yeah, if you drop it onto concrete rather than it just being, damaged and might potentially fail later, it's just gonna snap. But honestly, that's how high performance sort of design and engineering works when you're using kind of higher end materials. So again, Whistlin Diesel, props to you, man, for pushing it hard. It was a great video. But I think it actually showed how durable this thing is, like the C4 test, the glass test, like that was actually pretty impressive. And then once you drive one of these things, you will be a fan. It is so comfortable. It is like just unreal. The drive-by-wire is fantastic. So again, all the hate I think is largely clickbait. I understand his perspective, right, comparing it to a Hilux, but the thing is, it isn't that. It's not trying to be that, and it actually is a tough truck. And I think even if that, if that F-150 had to hit its frame that same way, it probably would have been compromised. It's just that, again, with the type of material, it's more of an immediate issue rather than this kind of underlying potential thing, which maybe that's better. So it will be interesting to see if they can get it up and running. I've taken this bad boy off-road. Follow if you want to see some more off-road tests, if you want to see some sort of daily review of how does this function as a family car, as a hauler, which again, everyone that's like, that's not a real truck. Most people don't need a real truck, right? And if you do, you're not even going to buy a King Ranch, right? Maybe you're hauling your horses to something, right? It's like, it's a luxury item for most people. Going to the store, going to Home Depot for weekend projects, and beyond that, the Cybertruck rocks. But even for like the daily, so much more utility, I think, than most trucks. But it's easier, to kind of rag on it. So, again, no diss to Whistlin Diesel. I think it was a very interesting test. I'd love to see if they can get it up and running. But that's just my thoughts as a Cybertruck owner. It actually is incredibly impressive and durable and functional.